Miran wiped the sweat from his brow as he balanced a tray of champagne flutes, weaving through the elegant crowd at the Grandview Manor in upstate New York. The laughter and clinking glasses echoed around him, a stark contrast to the knot twisting in his stomach. This was his sister's wedding, and he was serving it, not celebrating it. Uninvited because of who he loved, Miran had taken the catering gig just to catch a glimpse of the family that had shut him out. But when the bride's name flashed on his phone mid-shift, everything changed. He'd come out to his parents 3 years ago, right after college graduation. What should have been a moment of relief turned into a nightmare. His father, a stern accountant from a long line of conservative Midwestern transplants, had stared at him like he'd confessed to a crime. "We raised you better than this," he'd said, voice low and final. His mother, always the peacemaker, had cried silently, whispering about church and what the neighbors would think. And Emily, his little sister, the one he'd protected from bullies and shared secrets with under the covers as kids, she just looked away, murmuring something about not wanting to upset the family dynamic. That was the last real conversation they'd had. Now, at 28, Miran lived in a cramped apartment in Brooklyn, piecing together freelance graphic design jobs and occasional catering shifts to make ends meet. The wedding invitation never came, but the job ad did, and he couldn't resist the pull. As he circulated the cocktail hour, Miran spotted his parents across the lawn, mingling with relatives he hadn't seen in years. Aunt Clara, who always sent him birthday cards with Bible verses, was laughing heartily. Uncle Mike, the one who'd taught him to fish, clapped his father on the back. No one glanced his way. In his black vest and tie, he was invisible, just another server. The irony burned. Here he was, facilitating their joy while they pretended he didn't exist. But then his phone buzzed in his pocket. He ducked behind a hedge to check it. Emily. His heart raced. "Miran, I need to talk to you. Now, meet me by the gazebo." He hesitated, tray still in hand. What could she want? To rub it in? Or worse, to ask him to leave quietly? But curiosity won out. He signaled to his coworker, Ryan, a lanky guy with tousled brown hair and a quick smile who'd been cracking jokes all afternoon to lighten the mood. "Cover for me?" "Family emergency," Miran muttered. Ryan nodded without question, his green eyes flickering with concern. "You got it, man. Everything okay?" Miran forced a grin. "We'll see." The gazebo overlooked a serene pond, fairy lights twinkling as dusk settled. Emily stood there in her ivory gown, veil fluttering in the breeze, looking every bit the radiant bride. But her face was pale, eyes red-rimmed. "Miran," she whispered as he approached, glancing around nervously. "I didn't know you'd be here. Working, I mean." He crossed his arms, the tray forgotten on a bench. "Yeah, well, invitations were selective this year." The sarcasm slipped out before he could stop it. She winced. "I wanted to invite you. I really did. But Mom and Dad, they said it would cause drama. With the church crowd and everything." Miran felt a surge of anger mixed with hurt. "So you just went along with it? Erased me from the family photo?" Emily's eyes filled with tears. "No, that's why I called. I can't do this without you. You're my brother. Screw what they think." She grabbed his hand, her grip tight. "Come inside. Be part of this." Miran pulled back, stunned. Was this real, or some pity play? The guests were filtering into the reception hall, music swelling. He thought of the years of silence, the holidays alone, the way his coming out had fractured everything. But here was a crack, a chance. "What about them?" he asked, nodding toward the manor. Emily squared her shoulders. "Let me handle it. Please, Miran." Back in the hall, Miran shed his vest, feeling exposed in just his white shirt. Ryan caught his eye from across the room, raising an eyebrow in silent question. Miran shrugged, a small smile tugging at his lips despite the chaos brewing inside. As the toasts began, Emily clinked her glass. "Before we continue," she announced, voice steady, "I want to welcome someone special. My brother, Miran." Murmurs rippled through the crowd. His parents' faces went ashen. Aunt Clara gasped, but Emily pressed on. He's family and he belongs here. Miran stood awkwardly as a few polite claps echoed, but the tension was palpable. His father avoided his gaze. His mother dabbed her eyes. The night blurred into dances and conversations laced with awkwardness. Some relatives hugged him warmly, whispering apologies. Others kept their distance, lips pursed. Ryan, during a break, sidled up with a plate of cake. "That was badass," he said, grinning. "Your sister's got guts." Miran chuckled, the first real laugh of the evening. "Yeah, she does. Thanks for covering." Ryan's eyes lingered a moment too long. "Anytime. You okay?" There was something in his tone, genuine warm, that made Miran's chest tighten in a new way. Not hurt, but possibility. As the party wound down, Miran found himself outside with Ryan, sharing a cigarette under the stars. "So, what's your story?" Ryan asked, exhaling smoke. Miran hesitated, then opened up, about the coming out, the rejection, the loneliness. Ryan listened, nodding. "My folks were the same at first. Took time, but they came around. Hang in there." Their hands brushed, and Miran felt a spark, unexpected but electric. Was this the start of something? Or just wedding-fueled emotion? The next morning, reality hit. Texts from his parents. "We need to talk." Emily's husband, Tom, a kind but quiet guy, pulled Miran aside at brunch. "She fought for you, you know. Don't let this slip away." But doubts crept in. Was Emily's gesture genuine? Or would things revert once the honeymoon glow faded? And Ryan, they'd exchanged numbers. But was he ready for that amid the family storm? Weeks turned into months, and the wedding's aftershocks rippled through Miran's life. His parents called sporadically, conversations stiff and laced with unspoken resentments. "We're trying," his mother said once, voice trembling. "But it's hard." His father was blunter. "The Bible says." Miran tuned out, focusing instead on Emily's efforts. She texted daily, sharing honeymoon photos and silly memes, rebuilding the bridge brick by brick. "Miss you, bro," she'd write, and he'd reply, cautious but hopeful. Work picked up too. The catering company offered him more shifts, and Ryan was always there, his presence a steady anchor. They bonded over late-night cleanups, sharing stories of failed dates and family woes. Ryan had come out in high school, facing bullying that toughened him. "I learned to fight back," he said one evening as they stacked chairs. "Not with fists, but with who I am." Miran admired that resilience, feeling his own walls crumble. One night, after a grueling event, Ryan suggested coffee. "Not as co-workers," he added, eyes twinkling. Miran's heart skipped. "I'd like that." Their first date was simple, a diner in Queens, pancakes at midnight. Ryan talked animatedly about his dream to open a food truck, his passion infectious. Miran shared his graphic design portfolio, sketches of logos and posters. "You're talented," Ryan said, genuine praise warming Miran. As they walked home, hands brushing again, Ryan leaned in. The kiss was tentative, sweet, igniting a fire Miran hadn't felt in years. But doubt lingered. Was this timing right, with family ties so fragile? Society's shadows loomed too. At a pride event in the city, Miran and Ryan held hands, but stares followed. A group of protesters shouted slurs, reminding Miran of his father's words. "Is this worth it?" he wondered aloud later. Ryan squeezed his hand. "You are." Yet conflicts arose. Emily invited Miran to a family barbecue, but when he mentioned bringing Ryan, she hesitated. "Maybe not yet? Mom and Dad are still adjusting." Miran felt the sting of compromise. "So I come alone, hiding again?" The argument escalated, Emily tearful. "I'm on your side, but pushing too hard might break everything." The tension peaked at Thanksgiving. Miran arrived solo as agreed, but the air was thick. His father grilled him about lifestyle choices, quoting scripture. His mother changed the subject, but the damage was done. Miran left early, calling Ryan in tears. "They'll never accept me." Ryan drove over, holding him through the night. "Give it time, or don't. You decide what's best." That vulnerability deepened their bond, But Miran grappled with choices, family or authenticity. Meanwhile, whispers spread. Aunt Clara posted subtly on Facebook about traditional values, liked by relatives. Uncle Mike called, supportive but cautious. Love you, kid. But some folks are set in their ways. Miran felt the weight of societal judgment, the debates raging online about gay rights in conservative circles. Was he selfish for demanding acceptance, or were they bigoted for withholding it? Ryan's family contrasted sharply. At a casual dinner with them, Miran was welcomed warmly. Ryan's mom hugged him, saying, "Anyone who makes my boy happy is family." It was a glimpse of what could be, fueling Miran's resolve. But back home, Emily confided her own struggles. Tom's parents were liberal, clashing with theirs. "Our wedding almost imploded over this," she admitted. Miran realized the web of conflicts, how his identity rippled outward. As winter set in, Miran faced a crossroads. Ryan proposed a weekend getaway, but Miran worried about family perceptions. What if they find out? Ryan's face fell. Are we hiding forever? The question hung, forcing Miran to confront his fears. In therapy, which he'd started post-wedding, he unpacked the trauma. Rejection isn't your fault, the counselor said, but healing is your choice. One evening, over wine, Miran and Ryan talked futures. "I want this us," Miran said. Ryan smiled. "Me too, but not in shadows." The conversation turned heated, emotions raw. Miran stormed out, regretting it instantly. Alone in the cold, he called Emily. "I need advice." She listened, then said, "Choose happiness, Miran. We all deserve that." The new year brought fresh storms. Miran's father suffered a minor heart scare, pulling the family together and apart. At the hospital, tensions simmered. "This stress isn't helping," his mother whispered, eyeing Miran as if his presence exacerbated it. Emily defended him. "He's here because he cares." His father, from the bed, grumbled, "Maybe if things were normal." Miran bit back retorts, focusing on support. Ryan waited outside, a silent pillar. "You don't have to do this alone," he texted. Post-discharge, family therapy was suggested. Miran agreed reluctantly, sessions fraught with accusations. "You abandoned us," his father claimed. "No, you pushed me away," Miran countered. Tears flowed, breakthroughs elusive. Emily mediated, sharing her guilt. "I should have stood up sooner." The process unearthed deep-seated biases. His parents' upbringing in a rigid community, fears of eternal damnation. Miran humanized them, but resentment lingered. "Why can't you just love me?" he pleaded one session. Silence followed. Amid this, Miran and Ryan's relationship deepened. They moved in together, a cozy apartment in Brooklyn symbolizing commitment. Mornings of coffee and kisses, evenings debating politics. Ryan's activism inspired Miran. They attended rallies, Miran speaking out for the first time. But visibility invited backlash. A coworker at catering outed them subtly, leading to snide remarks. "Keep it professional," the boss warned, igniting Miran's fury. "Is straight affection banned too?" The incident sparked a debate online when Ryan tweeted about it, garnering support and hate. Family learned of Ryan through Emily's slip. His parents reacted poorly. "Another man? In our home?" His mother called, voice strained. "We're not ready." Miran hung up, heartbroken. Emily visited, bearing gifts. "Give them time. Dad's reading books on it." But Miran questioned the wait. "How long? Until I'm old and alone." A pivotal conflict arose at Emily's baby shower. She was pregnant. Miran was invited, but Ryan wasn't. "Baby steps," she said. Miran refused. All or nothing. The standoff divided siblings. Tom sided with Miran. Inclusion means everyone. Emily relented, inviting Ryan. At the event, whispers abounded. Aunt Clara confronted Miran. "This is a family affair. Why bring politics?" Ryan interjected calmly. "Love isn't politics." The exchange went viral via a cousin's post, sparking family feuds. Society's mirror reflected broader issues. News of anti-gay bills in states fueled Miran's anxiety. What if things regress? He worried. Ryan reassured. We fight. Their bond tested when Ryan's ex resurfaced, jealous and manipulative. He's not good enough, the ex texted Miran. Insecurity flared, leading to arguments. Do you still have feelings? Miran accused. Ryan denied, but trust wobbled. Therapy helped. Miran explored self-worth, realizing rejection stemmed from others' fears, not his flaws. He designed a pride campaign for a local NGO, channeling pain into purpose. Ryan beamed with pride. You're amazing. Reconciliation hints emerged. His father emailed an article on evolving church views. Thinking, it read. Miran replied, Me too. As spring bloomed, a family dinner loomed. Miran and Ryan attended, nerves high. Conversations flowed awkwardly, but his mother asked Ryan about his job genuinely. His father stayed quiet but didn't object. Emily announced the baby's name, Miranander, after Miran. Tears welled. Was this progress? Yet, doubts persisted. A heated debate over dinner about gay marriage rights exposed rifts. It's unnatural, Uncle Mike said. Miran challenged. Love is love. The night ended in stalemate, but seeds were planted. Summer intensified the drama. Miran's design firm landed a big client, a conservative brand unaware of his identity. When it surfaced, they pulled out, citing values misalignment. Miran was devastated, job security shaken. This is discrimination, Ryan raged, pushing for legal action. Miran hesitated. It'll out me more. The choice tore at him. Fight or fold. He sued, with Ryan's support, the case gaining media attention. Headlines screamed, Gay designer sues over bias. Polarizing opinions. Supporters rallied. Haters trolled. Family reactions varied. Emily cheered. Proud of you. His parents fretted. This will make things worse. His father called. Drop it. For peace. Miran refused. Peace at what cost? The rift widened. Therapy sessions explosive. You're choosing strangers over family, his father accused. No, authenticity over appeasement. Miran shot back. Ryan's world collided too. His promotion at work was jeopardized by association with the lawsuit. Guilt by proxy, he joked bitterly. Arguments ensued. I didn't ask you to get involved, Miran said. Ryan snapped. We're in this together. The strain peaked during a protest where violence erupted. Ryan was shoved. Miran panicked. This is too much. Back home, they reconciled in embraces, vows renewed. We weather it. Societal backlash mounted. Anonymous threats arrived, echoing broader anti-LGBT sentiments amid election fervor. Miran debated retreating, but Ryan's fire reignited his. We can't let fear win. Emily hosted an intervention. Family gathered. We love you, Miran, she said. But this publicity, he challenged them. Love me fully, or not at all. Tears and hugs followed, but his father stormed out. Healing flickered. His mother visited alone, baking his favorite pie. I miss my son. They talked honestly, her fears, his pains. I'm learning, she admitted. Miran softened. That's enough for now. Ryan proposed amid this, a quiet park picnic. Marry me? Miran, overwhelmed, said yes. Joy mingled with trepidation. What about family? Ryan shrugged. They'll come or not. This is us. Planning the wedding stirred old wounds. Invites sent, responses mixed. Emily RSVP'd yes with Tom. His parents deliberated. We're praying, his mother said. Miran braced for rejection. A turning point. His father showed up unannounced. I don't understand, but I don't want to lose you. Words halting but sincere. They hugged awkwardly. Progress fragile but real. As the big day neared, conflicts resurfaced. A relative boycotted, citing faith. Debates raged, tolerance versus acceptance. Miran pondered. Was partial love enough? The wedding day dawned crisp in Central Park, cherry blossoms swirling. Miran stood nervous in his tux, Ryan beaming beside him. Guests mingled, friends, co-workers, Emily glowing with her newborn. His parents arrived, stiff but present. His father shook Ryan's hand. "Welcome to the family." The words, simple, shattered years of barriers. Vows exchanged. Rings slipped on. Applause erupted. But not all was resolved. Aunt Clara stayed away, her absence a silent protest. Honeymoon in Maine brought reflection. Beach walks, hand in hand. Miran voiced lingering hurts. Will they ever fully accept? Ryan kissed him. Maybe not. But we have each other. Back home, life normalized. Miran's lawsuit settled favorably, setting precedents. Media dubbed him an advocate, invitations to speak poured in. Family dynamics evolved slowly. Holidays included Ryan, conversations deeper. His father joined a support group for parents of LGBTQ kids. Eye-opening, he shared. Emily's child called Miran uncle. Melting hearts. Yet, society's undercurrents persisted. A neighbor's glare. A news story of hate crimes. Reminders of fragility. Miran and Ryan volunteered at youth centers, mentoring kids facing similar struggles. Your story matters, Miran told one teen. Healed him too. One evening, over dinner with family, a debate sparked. Is being gay a choice? Uncle Mike asked innocently. Miran explained patiently, but tensions rose. His father intervened. It's who he is. Let it be. The shift stunned Miran, allyship emerging. As years passed, bonds strengthened. Miran designed Emily's nursery. Ryan cooked for family gatherings. Conflicts faded, replaced by understanding. But questions lingered. Had forgiveness come too easily? Or was persistence key? Was it right for Miran to demand full acceptance from his family, even if it meant risking permanent estrangement?